Megan Fox says she spent her entire life keeping the secrets of men.
It was something inside of me that had to come out because it was going to make me sick.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have officially broken up for like the 50th time. However, this is right before Megan gives birth to their child.
Megan has stood by MGK's reckless behavior for years.
A relationship is basically the process of breaking each other down.
Machine Gun Kelly told his classmate that he was gonna marry her one day.
MGK proposed with a ring designed to hurt if removed.
Machine Gun Kelly called his fiancée Megan Fox with a loaded gun.
You have 3 children.
I know I can't protect them forever.
I wouldn't leave my room and I started getting really, really, really dark. One of the days I just snapped. I called Megan and I was like, you aren't here for me, like freaking out on her. I would always sleep with this shotgun next to my bed. Dude, I put the shotgun in my mouth. And I'm yelling on the phone and like the barrel's in my mouth. Megan's like dead silent.
When she met Machine Gun Kelly, their connection was instant.
We're actually 2 halves of the same soul.
When you find people that come together whose souls have known each other, it's hard to ignore that kind of a connection.
From the weird way Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly's relationship began, it seemed like their unhappy ending was inevitable.
Megan was still married at the time.
Megan and Brian were married for 10 years before she left him for MGK. And at the time, people had questions like, you really ditched a boring marriage for this?
But Megan and Brian's relationship wasn't as wholesome as people thought.
She was doing Hope and Faith at the time. I came and did an episode of it, and she was really young. At the table read was like, yeah, she's 17, so yeah, nobody touch her.
And he gave his number out to everyone in case anyone needed to call him at some point. I knew he was giving me his number.
She turned 18, and that was when we spent time together and started.
I just was kind of in love with him right away.
I just feel like I had to flat out say as a guy, you landed like the hottest chick of all time.
Thanks.
So fucking congrats on that
Thanks
one.
A lot.
But Megan didn't recognize who the world was telling her she was.
I knew I was smart. I knew that I was funny because that's who I was. And then all of a sudden, I was none of those things.
Feast your eyes on the next big thing, Megan Fox.
She's been named the sexiest woman in the world by FHM magazine.
That part was so loud that it muted out the rest of who I was.
And you were being made to play that character, which I think is even more traumatic.
I wasn't allowed to be a human. I was a topic of conversation and gossip and punchlines. If you're delicate or sensitive at all, I think it's a really hard thing to go through. I am still human. I am still fragile in that way. Sometimes I feel like I just waste my energy giving myself to people who don't understand and won't appreciate.
Megan never felt like she could be herself until she met Coulson.
She said, how do you feel? And I said, I'm lost. And she said, let's find you. She's the most compassionate person ever, who loves me for me and all my crazy.
MGK has been telling his friends how Megan is his dream girl, and he is always trying to make her happy.
He's so romantic.
MGK proposed with a ring designed to hurt if removed.
Megan claims they drank each other's blood.
MGK attempted to end his own life with Megan on the phone.
I just snapped.
Seriously, what are you doing with this, dude?
We've done every form of therapy that exists, and it's definitely a process. It's not an easy one. Some of it's really difficult.
Megan Fox revealing for the first time a heartbreaking pregnancy loss.
I had never been through anything like that before in my life. I have 3 kids, so it was very difficult for both of us, and it sent us on a very wild journey, together and apart and together and apart and together and apart, trying to navigate what does this mean and why did this happen.
She really tried to make things work for the sake of their growing family.
But when they got a second chance, Megan had to face the truth about her relationship with MGK.
Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have called it quits just weeks after their pregnancy announcement.
When did you become the woman who realizes that person that you're engaging with will not get there?
I think that I go on that same journey with every relationship. I enter every relationship as the girl who's hoping and who's wishing. I was addicted to the falling in love. I think I'm so much better equipped now to deal with it. My perception is different, my approach is different, and that allows for my experience to be different. Everything that I experience as a struggle or painful is an opportunity for growth, an opportunity for a lesson, for learning, for transcending.
For Megan, being a mom was the first step to recovering her true identity.
With every kid, I feel like that's always been the doorway into a better version of myself, because they're the mirrors that show you your shadow. You have to look at it and go, this is who I am, and I have to acknowledge that, and I have to grow, and I have to change it.
If history tells us anything, Megan Fox does not stay down for long.
Nothing that I've experienced is a bad thing. It was always something that grew me in the right direction to where I am now.